cynical, low-effort review. Shame on you for this low-life, unprofessional review. I trust Donald Trump because he is banned from Twitter. That's quality sign for fascist there. Bro, who the fuck mentioned Donald Trump or fascism here? What the fuck? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Jordan CS No here, back with another cringy-ass video on the dark web. Sorry if I sound a little bit worse than usual. I am a bit sick because, well, it is the beginning of spring here in Australia, and I always do tend to get sick around this time, so please bear with me. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about Sony Fanboys, as per usual. I mean, I don't really talk about much else on this channel besides Nintendo fanboys and Cucumber Man. And in all honesty, I actually find making videos on Sony fanboys to be the most enjoyable, so, you know, glad we're back to this shit. And today, we've got a pretty interesting one, because it's another one related to The Last of Us Part 1 remake, and mostly just Sony fanboys coping hard over some of the backlash that game has been receiving, and the fact that not everyone is rating it 10 out of 10, which, you know, we'll get to in a minute. But nevertheless, fanboys have been coping hard. I mean, they were coping hard before the game released, of course they're gonna be coping hard after it releases. It's honestly quite fucking funny, you'll love to see it. Now most of these come from the review that Stevivor published, which we'll talk about first. Because, for context, Stevivor, who are well known amongst Sony fanboys for being an Xbot review site, reviewed The Last of Us Remake, and gave it a 6.5 out of 10, saying that the game looks like an old PC game, where some modders made a HD texture pack, which, I mean, they're not fucking wrong. Because overall, it is pretty disgraceful of them to charge you $70 for a remake that adds absolutely nothing fucking new, outside of better graphics, updated AI, and disability support. 2 out of the 3, which should have been part of a free update to the original game, not a $70 remake. But anyway, without further ado, let's just get straight into the pony salt. LeMayo, how can anyone take this seriously? You're meant to be reviewing a game for its gameplay, story, score, mechanics, graphics, controls, etc. But you are out here doing a whole review on the price of the game? And then there's a gif of Paul Rudd saying, "Are you okay?" Which, honestly, I could really ask this guy the same question, since whatever he's smoking must be some pretty heavy fucking stuff. Either that, or they didn't actually read the review, which, to be honest, I don't really expect any of these Sony fanboy nitwits to actually read anything. Assuming that they can read in the first place, mainly because if they actually did read the review, they would find that they definitely talked about the gameplay in the review. You probably won't like what they said, but even still, price is absolutely a factor in this, especially when the price is just so not fucking worth it. Regardless of $20 or $100, overall, hope is the game. That should be the reason for a score. Pricing can be a mention, but not a dagger on the score. Yeah, maybe if the game was, I don't know, only a little bit overpriced, like maybe $60, it would be fine. But the thing is that it's $70, and there's absolutely nothing to warrant that price. Like, the price absolutely deserves to be mentioned and to be a big factor in the review, simply because of how bullshit it is. Especially since we're not talking about a new game, we're talking about a remake. And if the game were to cost $100, that should abso-fucking-lutely be a point in the review. And a big one, which weighs against the score. Especially since the whole fucking point of a review is whether or not a game is worth your money. So here's this guy just making a joke like, I trust your review because you were blacklisted by Sony. Which there were two good responses to this one. You're an expert, you don't know what quality is. I mean, if you're spending $70 on a remake, which adds absolutely no new content, and you're fine with that, then I hate to say it, my guy, but it seems like you don't know what quality is either. Now, just a quick warning, this one is absolutely insane. I trust Donald Trump because he is banned from Twitter. That's quality sign for fascist there. Oh wait, it's Nico, another one of those. Bro, who the fuck mentioned Donald Trump or fascism here? What the fuck? Like, whether or not you agree with Trump or not, no one fucking mentioned him, nor brought him into this. Like, Jesus Christ, man, the lengths that some of these motherfuckers will reach to is unbelievable. Cynical, low-effort review. I mean, a low-effort review for a low-effort remake. It's almost poetic. Ref game is remastered despite being a remake, with all assets remade. Just one line on AI changes, reg allies, nothing on enemy engagement, dynamism, impact, haptics, 3D audio, no factions, impact or anim, physics, QOL, gameplay, customizations, plus left behind, etc. Bro, half the shit that you mentioned, absolutely nobody is gonna fucking notice. Mainly since most of what they added to this remake, you know, because it's barely even a fucking remake. Mainly because a remake of a game would have new features and content. Not just a slight change to AI, better graphics, and disability features. Which is something that should have been in the game to begin with. Shame on you for this low-life, unprofessional review. I wish you're stripped of your job ASAP. Here's a block. You know, honestly, I'm just gonna say, it's pretty funny that Twitter is the only place where people think that anyone gives a shit if they block someone. Like, oh no, this random guy on Twitter blocked me. Whatever shall I do except go on with my life? Although it's pretty funny that this guy blocked the Stevivor Twitter account just because they released a review that he didn't like. Like, they didn't even release it at you, my guy. It makes no fucking difference. Xbots are the only ones who complain about price. That's cause they're all cheap and rely on Game Pass. It's honestly sad. I mean, the sad part is that dickheads like you are willing to defend behavior like this from Sony. You guys buy second-hand clothes and furniture too? I mean, is there anything fucking wrong with that? Like, so what if people buy second-hand shit? Like, who the fuck honestly doesn't love a good bargain? Like, you don't just walk to the thrift shop ready to pop some tags with only $20 in your pocket? I mean, bro, that song from Macklemore basically just describes my entire fucking life. Getting mad at Best Buy for selling full-price fridges and stoves? Think face. I mean, this is more the equivalent of if Best Buy were to sell second-hand fridges and stoves for the same price as a first-hand one. Actually more, considering the original Last of Us didn't cost $70. Anyway, I've got a few more that I wanted to include just because of how funny they are. So let's just do that. So true, laughing crying face emoji with this shitty meme. You know, acting like nobody makes fun of Bethesda for the amount of times that they've re-released Skyrim. But I mean, at least Bethesda sometimes add new shit with their Skyrim re-releases. In this, they added fucking nothing. Also, they don't charge $70 fucking for a Skyrim re-release. And then we got so sad that nobody will call out Nintendo. You know, because absolutely nobody called out Nintendo for what they did with Skyward Sword. Like, yeah, 100% Nintendo got off scot-free. But anyway, boys, that's gonna be the end of today's video, so if you did enjoy, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter at JordanCSNo. Subscribe to the second channel, JordanCS2. Join the Discord server, the CS Nation. Links to all of those will be in the description. Please don't send any hate over to any of the accounts shown or mentioned in this video. It's really unneeded. But that's all for today. So until the next one, piss off.